Hello, Brunch and Bible. It has been such a long time since I've been on Facebook. Well, technically, I'm taking a fast from my social media fast to be here today with Julie, my good friend Julie, who's with Noonday. So today we're going to just kind of do like the online video live fundraiser for Brunch and Bible with Noonday Jewelry. Julie, can you tell us some more about it?
Absolutely. So, hi, everybody. Noonday Collection is a fair trade company, and our goal is to connect women like you with beautiful handmade jewelry and accessories from around the globe that all carry with them a story of hope and restoration, because these pieces are made by people, mostly by women in vulnerable communities who are rising out of poverty by having access to good work. So, as fair trade pieces, we can be assured that people were paid a great wage for their work. They have safety in the workplace, especially for women who might face abuse in the workplace, or certainly like a pay gap in the workplace. There are a lot of rules against those types of things in fair trade. And there's environmental care that goes into them, and also cultural preservation. So some of the pieces I'll share with you reflect a lot of traditional crafts from the countries they come from. And so it's just a nice way to kind of connect with someone across the globe and to know that you're able to spend in a way where your money is really helping to create a more just world. And that was really what was compelling to me when I was first learning about, even before I heard of Noonday, first learning about just ethical consumerism. I realized I'd focused so much only on what I donate to good causes and thinking my donations are like, that's my justice money, and not paying any attention to the rest of my wallet, and realizing, okay, if I can like buy a necklace in a way that helps a mom feed her baby so that family can stay together and that child isn't orphaned due to poverty, that's a beautiful thing. And so I found that to be really exciting and beautiful. And that's why I joined Noonday, so I get to share it with women like you, that you also can make a difference through how you shop. So that's a little bit about Noonday. Our kind of mission statement, which I'll show you in here. This is our beautiful catalog, is that together we are building a flourishing world where women are empowered, where children are cherished, where people have jobs, and we are all connected. And especially the side of women being empowered, that's where Marcell and I connected so much on really visualizing what this fundraiser could be, that it could focus on the local and the global. It could focus on like nonprofit ministry world and the business world all coming together to create a flourishing world for women everywhere. So yeah.
Yes.
Touch on Brunch and Bible a little and kind of the
absolutely.
connection?
Of course. Julie hit it home just now with Noonday. And yeah, we sat down a couple months ago, probably I think at the top of the summer this year.
Maybe.
And she was just sharing with me Noonday. And there are some other companies too that have approached Brunch and Bible to do fundraisers. And although I did like some of their materials and some of their jewelry, Noonday really just stuck out to me because Brunch and Bible, for those of you that don't know, again, I am Marcell Williams, and I'm the founder of Brunch and Bible. Brunch and Bible exist because it's a way for women who may not have a church family or a church home, but yearn for Jesus, yearn to have a relationship with God, but they're currently in transition. They don't really know where to go, who they can trust. So Brunch and Bible was founded on January 18th, 2015. Designed to bring women to the table that had some broken pieces in their life or at some point, and they just needed an outlet to pour out and get healed and feel some kind of healing. So that's what Brunch and Bible currently does. We're in cities across the nation. God is so good. He's doing amazing things. But it's really important to me as a founder of Brunch and Bible that we are aware of where we're spending our money and who we are partnering with strategically to bring about resources to Brunch and Bible, but then also giving back to the community and making sure that our dollars do count, because they matter. Where we spend our money truly, truly matters. So that's one of the things that really had me excited about Noonday, and the fact that for Brunch and Bible, it's about reaching women right where they are. A lot of times we're in transition in our life and we really don't know where to go. And Noonday very much so highlights women and empowers women to start their own businesses and, get out of areas in which they feel stuck. And that's very much so where Brunch and Bible is as well.
Love it. Yes. Yes. And that idea of empowering women with Noonday is, it's here and across the globe.
Yes.
It's providing work for women like me, and you're invited to that as well if you want to know more about what I do. We're always looking for more ambassadors to really grow the marketplace on behalf of our artisan partners. So this is my main job. And then, around the globe, it's partnering with these artisan groups. And one thing I love is that Noonday isn't like operating workshops overseas. We partner with women like Jalia, who's this amazing leader in Kampala, Uganda. And she had a vision of being able to provide income for her family and work for others in her community. And Noonday's like, you're awesome. We want to support what you do. And so our goal is really to understand what are her goals, what are her aspirations in her business and in how she reaches her community, and really come alongside in that and be that consistent partner, business partner, to help grow the sales here in the US on her behalf. And then her leadership has been the lead. So when she says, we need to build a children's library in Kampala, Noonday's like, awesome, we want to help you fund it. We want to see it happen. And then she built an on-site daycare center for her employees' children. She's done like clean water projects. And so those are kinds of things that Noonday helps to support, with her being the leader and really empowering her in her leadership. So I feel like I'm seeing that like empowerment of women leaders at home and abroad all throughout it. And so that's very much in alignment with Brunch and Bible again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yay. All right. Do you want to talk about the pieces then?
Yes,
Go ahead and
of
talk
course.
about
Okay,
this.
so let me just fast forward and get you guys up to speed of why we are here today. Because for Brunch and Bible, we are in the middle of producing a Build a Beauty retreat. I'm so excited for that. But it's first going to start with a summit. So the summit is going to be open to all women. We're going to do it locally in Madison. We only have about 30 seats available. I think each ticket is about $35. That includes brunch. But during this particular event, you will hear from women who have gone through transitions or who are currently in transition. And they're just going to pour out their hearts to you and share what it means for God to really build his beauty. So build his women up. Like sometimes God strips us of us so that he can expose us to ourselves, so that we can be the women that he's called us to be. And so we have a team of beauties within Brunch and Bible, some of our leaders that are going to share during the Build a Beauty Summit. And then we're going to take those videos and also do a retreat. But the retreat is not open to the public. However, it is open to we have a local partnership that we are going to be partnering with. I'll say it's just transitional housing for a couple of women. It's only about 3 or 4 women, but this is what tonight's event, this is what tonight's fundraising event will help to support. It'll help us raise money to be able to do this retreat. The Lord told me to not try to rent out a space, a venue space, but to go to the transitional housing where the women are and making an oasis for them. So really give them a beautiful experience. We have hairstylists that are going to come in and show the women how to maintain their hair, to treat themselves. We're going to pour into them off camera. So there's going to be stuff that you don't see. And then the women that speak during the summit in January, we're going to show their videos in February during the retreat. So this entire night, it's really, wow, seriously, it just hit me that, its reach is going to go so far. It's going to reach the women locally that need that boost, that empowerment boost right at the top of the year. It's going to reach the women locally in Madison, Wisconsin, just a couple of them, to really help them through this hard transitional period in their life where they are in a sense homeless. But they have young children that they have to look after and, really help empower them to say, you can do this. And then imagine the global reach with Noonday and how our dollars matter. Our dollars are going to go back to these communities that are around the world. So I think we should definitely talk about the pieces that we're highlighting. And Brunch and Bible has picked a couple of items to feature. And you guys really, like, for real, I really think that it'll be so nice for all of us to purchase either the entire collection or at least one piece of the collection so that we can wear it in unison in 2019. In 2019, Brunch and Bible is really focusing on uniting us because we're across the nation. God is expanding our territory. We're taking territory. And how nice would that be for all of us to have the same piece or a piece from the same collection when we gather together for our share sessions, when we get together for our check-ins, when we get together for our events. Like, let's really do this together. So Julie, can you tell us a little bit about the line that Brunch and Bible is featuring in support?
I will. And I'll also share that out of all purchases on this event, which will be open through the end of January. So you can order on the link. It doesn't have to be like tonight. You can order through the end of January. But we did want to do a video now because next Monday is the deadline for guaranteed Christmas delivery. So if you're getting any gifts for Christmas, now's the time to do it. You can go ahead and use the link, even though we're still open in January. And for most sales on the show, I'm donating 15% of your purchase price toward Brunch and Bible. But for these particular featured pieces, it's 25% of your purchase price is being donated to Brunch and Bible. And like Marcell said, it would be coming to that summit together and seeing these sort of signature Brunch and Bible pieces on women there.
Yes.
And the pieces we are talking about come from East Asia. And they are part of what's called the Storyline Collection. It's like a collection within Noonday. And I'll go ahead and show you. Oops, I'm already knocking over stuff. I have a very narrow mantle here. So I have 3 of the pieces here on this bust, and I'll talk about them one at a time a little bit. But all the pieces in Storyline Collection come from a group in East Asia called the Starfish Project. And the reason they're called that is because of that sort of parable of a child and their father and mother walking down a beach and seeing all these starfish that have been washed ashore and they're going to die. And the child just picks up one starfish and puts it back in the ocean. And the parent's like, there's so many out here, what difference are you really making? And the child, who's very wise, says, well, I made a difference for that one. Mm-hmm. And that just drives home that idea that when we can feel so overwhelmed by all the problems of this world, like you said, if it's just like 2 or 3 women on that day that you are speaking into and that you're making them feel the beauty that they already have, but really feel it, really know it inside, that is such a beautiful thing, not to just be like, well, I can't help everybody. So, So that is the heart behind Starfish Project. Mm-hmm. And in East Asia, they go directly into brothels to form relationships with women. Wow. Many of these women at age 12 or 14, they come from more rural areas in many cases. So the founder was giving us kind of a profile of, a woman that you might find in this program who maybe at age 12, her parents sent her to the city to find work so that they could send the brother to school. Wow. So the brother gets to go to school. The daughter has to work to fund him going to school. And the parents send her to what they think is a massage parlor or a nail salon because the uncle's friend's nephew said there was somewhere for her to work, but she ends up being trafficked straight into a brothel. And it's usually not like through coercion and through her like being forced to stay, but if she's a young teenager, she's illiterate, she doesn't have contact with her family, she doesn't have anywhere to stay, that's where she'll stay, and that's all she'll know until someone can come along and interrupt that story. And so Starfish Project goes directly to these women and builds a relationship with them and has to build trust with them. You can't just say, hey, I have a job for you, because she's heard that before. But they do have a job for her of making jewelry. And it's more than just a job, because just a job would not be enough for her to heal and for her to stay out long-term. They want long-term healing. They want renewal for these women. And so she is also getting literacy training and healthcare and a safe place for her children to stay and to grow and learn. She has housing there. She has a sisterhood of other women there. And first and foremost, she has counseling and therapy there. Before they even like put her to work making jewelry, they're working on her healing and her understanding that her value is not just what a man will pay for her. Mm-hmm. She has huge intrinsic value. And then as the women are ready, they start making these pieces that are 14 karat gold plated. Mm-hmm. And I'll show you just a few of them and then tell you a little bit more about the women. So I'll take this off so you can kind of see. Oops. So all these pieces, since they're gold plated, they have kind of a uniform look to them. Oh, thank you. And one of them is this beautiful necklace that has little charms at the bottom. So it has a little feather. Gosh, my lights are bright. So, and this is just kind of a plain like rectangle, and I've seen people engrave that. So that could be engraved as a gift or with like a little B for Brunch and Bible, and then just like a little circle. So it's just a really cute like charm necklace. And that one, all the names, like, to be honest, sound kind of similar. So I want to make sure I get this right. That's the Courage necklace. And all of these represent qualities that the women in the program have. So it's inspired by them. So the Courage necklace is $68. And then for $48, we have the Belief necklace. And this is just a very simple cross, super simple. So you can wear the cross kind of in the center or sort of floating up the side. So that one's called the Belief necklace. And these also, as you saw, look really nice layered together, which is why Marcell was suggesting you could even get them as a set. And again, with these particular pieces, 25% of your purchase will go straight to Brunch and Bible. So they're really pretty layered together. And then we also have a couple of half-off specials. So this is with a $75 purchase this month of any pieces. It doesn't have to be other storyline pieces. You have 2 pieces you can get half off. And I'll be sure to post this graphic, so don't feel like you have to write all this down. But one of them is this bracelet that is called, the Freedom Bracelet. So how perfect is that? Freedom Bracelet. And it has the same little feather charm and a tiny little heart. And then it can just kind of go on like that and show off the little charms on top. So it's very beautiful, very kind of dainty and simple. And it retails for $52. So with a $75 purchase, you can get it for $26.
Wow.
So that would be a great way to represent Brunch and Bible and represent these women across the globe at the summit. Also a great gift. So that's one of the pieces that's half off. The other half off piece I do not have in my collection. This is like a tiny bit of what I have, so I have a ton, but I have to draw the line somewhere. But the other half off piece is this little heart necklace called the Belonging necklace, if you can see it. And again, I'll put graphics out because I know this is not super helpful, but it's this little heart, a similar heart charm to what you saw on the bracelet. The Belonging necklace is normally $48, but half off it would be $24. And then I
really like this love necklace. Can we add this to the Brunch and Bible?
Of course.
Feature?
Yeah, we'll just say like all storyline pieces are like Brunch and Bible. So this is a little love bracelet right here. So that's really sweet as well. And then you can see the model is wearing the Belief necklace, the cross. And then her longer one, I'm getting a glare here. Her longer one is the last one I'll show you.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's like so dainty.
Brunch and Bible.
Yes.
It was like it was made for Brunch and Bible.
It was. It was made for us.
So it's kind of this Y-style necklace.
Can you guys see this?
And yep, there's an ampersand on it.
Can you see that? And we're like all of the camera, like, can you see this? Do you guys see that? It's just it's an
and symbol,
you know,
and
Brunch
then
and Bible.
The other one has like a little turquoise charm at the bottom.
Yes.
So again, Brunch and Bible.
Yes.
And the reason they included the ampersand is that our founder, who started Noonday as an adoption fundraiser, we continue to support adoptions, but also, like I was saying, fight for orphan prevention first and foremost. She talks a lot about this idea of choosing in her life. Like, I can care about my children's health and go through the McDonald's drive-through.
Word.
You know? Stuff like that.
Sometimes that's real, though. You know, that's real life.
Yeah. I can be a CEO of a fashion company and go to work in my workout clothes sometimes.
Yes.
So she's all about, like, let's not judge ourselves so harshly. Let's not have these like strict lines of
I love
either
that.
or. So living in the and is something that she talks about a lot.
Mhm.
And so that inspired this piece, but it could also
Yes.
be and for brunch and Bible.
Yes, absolutely.
I will mention this piece is a little on the shorter side. So I'll
Mhm.
show it on me like as long as it goes. But we have a great return policy too. So if you get anything and it's not working great for you, it is not a problem. You can return it. But see, it's kind of like choker length on me.
Mhm.
But I love it. So as I was saying, the women are in this program where they have, you know, the therapy and healthcare and literacy training and childcare and all these things. And then they're making this jewelry. But at the same time, they're getting vocational training and other things.
Yeah.
Because they're in the program for a time and they're being asked sometimes for the first time in their life, what do you want to do? What do you aspire to? What makes you light up?
Mhm.
And for starters, they're kind of like, I don't know.
Yes.
That's not like even a question I ask myself.
Yes.
She hasn't dared to dream. But now she can start exploring, like maybe she lights up when she learns photography
Mhm.
and she'll be trained as a photographer and do like the product photography for Starfish's website or graphic design. Some of them are trained in Microsoft Office. And so sometimes on Instagram, I'll see that Starfish has posted, congratulations to, you know, they'll like change her name for her identity, but like, congratulations to so-and-so who got her certification in Microsoft Excel today.
Mhm.
And she might, in addition to making the jewelry, she might help with like the bookkeeping or the order fulfillment so that she's honing those skills right there. It's like this built-in internship at Starfish. So when she's done, she has certifications or portfolios that she can bring on to the world and be ready and renewed and healed to go forward. And the stories of some of them like going on and then they're looking out for other women. They're looking at ways to pour into other women because they have healed and they can pass that on. It's just a beautiful thing.
I think that that is so powerful because it is right in line, you guys, with Brunch and Bible and who we are at our core. That is exactly who we are. That's exactly what this event, Build a Beauty, is going to do for women. It is literally the summit that women attend in January. It's going to be a place where women can come and, you know, that stuck place, like, okay, well, where am I? I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I know my purpose, or I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing or what my purpose is. Well, this event, Build a Beauty, is for that woman, specifically for you all to like come and get empowered. And even though we may have it going on, we may have it going on and feel like we don't know what we're doing, right?
And,
yes,
and.
the and.
Totally.
And, you know, that's okay. That's totally fine. But I'm really excited because, you know, Brunch and Bible is all about pulling purpose, and not just any purpose, but the purpose that God has for you, the plan that he has for you, whether you are a CEO or whether you are just being introduced to the world. You know, maybe you have had chains holding you down, regardless if, you know, whatever that looks like. That can look like mental chains on yourself, you know, keeping you back. And so that is what we're here to do, is to kind of help break those chains, to kind of introduce, not even kind of, but to reintroduce you to yourself, because we are who we are. But sometimes it takes these kind of events for us to realize, you know, exactly who we are and whose we are. So these pieces have such a great story, and I love that they're called storyline. This particular, like, it is perfect for Brunch and Bible, you know, the storyline behind everything. And then also with our host for, this is not a newer thing, but this is something that we've recently begun to take action on. And that is with our host, your host. If you're just a Bible beauty, you come to your share sessions, everything else like that, your host every single Monday hops on a Connect and Reflect video conference with myself and our teaching team to sit in the presence of God for 90 minutes on a Monday. Like, that's insane. But they're hopping on these calls because they're very much so dedicated to pouring into their beauties and having the Holy Spirit be present, you know, at every single share session that we do. And our host, in addition to that, one of the things that the Lord spoke to me and showed me was that Brunch and Bible is the soil, and women will come and plant their gifts into Brunch and Bible. And by them coming and serving, That's them watering it. And then God will bamboo tree their particular, their gift, you know? And so that is what Brunch and Bible is for you all, for you beauties, for you hosts, is that we are a safe place where you can come and we will help you, you know, get started, whatever that looks like. But how beautiful is it to be able to own such a meaningful piece of art that these women from around the world are getting together to learn skills, to change their life, you know, and then also supporting your local organization, the organization you're a part of, in regards to, like she said, 25% of this particular storyline goes to Brunch and Bible. This particular fundraiser is going to go to the Build a Beauty Summit and the retreat. So it's not even just an admin cost here. Like, this is a full circle giving. So I would ask, as much as you possibly can, you know, purchase these pieces. These pieces, they're 78, 48, 68, 58, between 40 to 70 or $80. And, you know, ultimately, you can't put a price on someone's life, is how I view it. And if you have it now, or if you need to save over the next couple of weeks to be able to, you know, purchase these items, then, you know, please do, or ask for it for a Christmas gift. You know, if people ask you, what do you want for Christmas? Send them the link. Julie's going to provide us all of that content, and you get it for a Christmas gift for yourself, you know, and it does the same thing. It unites us as Brunch and Bible. It unites us as women across the world, across the globe, who are all standing to empower women. Brunch and Bible exists to empower women. That's it. Like, to love and empower women. That's when I just saw this, the love bracelet. I'm not good at this. Like, Julie just like, yeah, this. And I'm like, what?
No, I'm usually in person where everyone has their own catalog to look at. And we could have more stuff at the summit too for people to see.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, did you say the date of that?
Okay, so the date for the summit is going to be on January 19th.
Right.
We will make sure we have confirmation. The link and the website page should be going up very soon. So we'll make sure that date is confirmed, because, you guys, wait, that's our birthday weekend. Our birthday is January 18th. So that Saturday, January 19th, is the summit. We're so excited. We're going to be launching a couple of things in Brunch and Bible. We have a Brunch and Bible podcast that we're going to be releasing that weekend during our summit. We're going to also, you know, have Noonday, the storyline that you guys can think of this as our missions. Okay. So this is where we're giving to for our missions. Bring
women out of prostitution
wow.
directly. And I didn't say this, but we have an impact report that's all on our website. And when you look at the section on East Asia, Noonday's very first order with them, and this has increased many, many times, created 1,500 days of work for women.
Wow.
They literally got the order and were like, whoa, we need to go find more women to do these jobs. And over time, they've been able to hire their very first full-time outreach coordinator. So the outreach straight to the brothels had been just a volunteer basis, but now they have a full-time employee who is really able to oversee and pour into that program. And they need it because they're growing, because women like you saying yes and saying, yes, I want to provide this dignified work for exploited women so that they can have a safe place, so they can know what their worth is. And so that as I wear it, I mean, it's not just for them, it's also as I wear it, I think of them. And I think I left this upstairs, but all these pieces come, so Noonday's pieces as a whole are packaged differently, but the storyline pieces come in a beautiful like white box. And when you open it up, the woman has signed her name on it. So it'll have the woman's name who assembled that piece for you. And I feel like she's kind of saying hello across the globe, you know, hello and thank you. And I'm going to be okay. And we're in this together.
That is so awesome.
That story of healing and renewal for her.
Yes.
So if you feel like I'm overwhelming with information, I will have a nice big fat post for you guys later tonight of like, here's the link, here's
these are our pieces that we're gonna get.
Yeah, here's the deadline for Christmas delivery. All that good stuff. So you'll be covered.
Yes, I know for me, my mom, she loves Pandora. She loves Pandora jewelry, and she wants some Pandora pieces. But Mama, you might just be getting something from Storyline.
Yes.
I love it. I absolutely
Perfect.
love it. So yeah, I think that this is amazing. And it's not just East Asia that Noonday supports. They support women in all countries.
Yeah, we have about 30 partner groups in about 15 countries.
Yeah.
So East Asia is one of them, but I need to put some stuff on you, girl.
Yeah, I took I'm up here looking naked, Julie.
I know. I'm like falling down on my job.
Beautify me. Build a beauty over here.
We do have a group. I'll show you these up close. A group in Ethiopia that has a very similar mission to Starfish.
Y'all, these are beautiful.
Yeah, so
these are beautiful.
These are made of recycled bullets.
Wow.
And so this group, same thing. They hire women straight out of prostitution in Addis. And the women are taking these things that had been tools of war and tools of destruction and repurposing that as a tool of hope and empowerment and beauty instead. I just feel like that has Jesus written all over it.
Yes.
That, their past, like just like the metal, their past is still, it's part of their story. It's always going to be part of their story. But it doesn't limit who they can become. It doesn't limit the beauty they can attain.
Scarf off. So
yes. So those are the metallic pearls earrings. They are, I believe $38 or $36. Most of the earrings are like in the 30s range. And so again, pieces outside of Storyline are still part of the fundraiser. 15% of sales on those will go toward Brunch and Bible.
These are cute, y'all.
Yeah, they're super fun. And then one other piece from that same group is this. It's called the Very Versatile Bracelet, and it is a showstopper. So I'll just mention that quick. I'm going to have to go quick, though. I feel like we're covering a lot here.
It's okay. You guys can just watch it again.
That's true. I'm going to show off a scarf. I forgot to take the tag off. I had tags on my stuff because I was at a vendor event where people were coming through real quick. But it makes it like kind of weird when you're trying it on. So this is
cute.
A tube top. No, I'm kidding. It's a scarf. It's a cowl scarf.
Leanne, I can see you in this.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, one of our hosts in St. Louis. Girl, this is cute. Look at this. It has a zipper.
Yeah, the zipper is just to be kind of a fun design element. You could have the zipper in the back. You could unzip it a little to let it kind of flop. I've seen people. Okay.
I might just take it off all my clothes.
There you go. There you go. You'll be wearing just the Noonday. I've seen people even. Oh gosh, my hands are cold. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
They always get cold at this part for some reason. I've seen people kind of pull it down.
Can you guys see
over the shoulders a little bit, and it's just the perfect color. It's hard to capture the color there.
How much is this?
That one is $108.
108.
And this one's alpaca. It's made in like the highlands of Peru. And you guys, alpacas know how to stay warm, so they won't steer you wrong. And it's like this persimmon color is the best way I can describe it because it's not orange, it's not pink.
Cute.
It's like this beautiful kind of dusty orangish pink. It's so pretty.
Kind of like salmon. Would you say it's kind of almost like a salmon color?
Totally.
Like the good, like the really thick, the meaty part of the salmon in the middle.
Yeah, and when it's not
really
like overcooked.
It is exactly.
Are you hungry? I'm hungry.
I think so.
Yeah, so there's a piece. And then I'll talk about a couple of great gift items because, like I said, the show will be open for a while for you to order on the link as part of the fundraiser. But if you want to go ahead and get an order in now with any gift items you're thinking of, I just love this little guy. This little llama tray. This is from a group in Vietnam. And one thing that we get to do as ambassadors is earn trips to travel with Noonday. So I got to travel to Vietnam in April and visit with the artisans at several different groups. And this is one of them. It's in this village that's made ceramics for 1,500 years. So this super ancient crafting tradition. But the domestic market is declining a bit just from more factory-made goods coming in. So they're having more expansion into international markets to try to keep these handmade jobs alive and strong. So it's fun to see Noonday be a part of that with this little tray. And that one's $28.
It's so cute,
so
too.
Sweet.
So cute.
Yeah. And then another awesome gift item. These are $20 each, are these luggage tags. So these are the same item, but they're assorted because these are made of recycled huipils, which are a traditional woven garment in Guatemala. And so since it's a recycled garment, every one of these is going to be a little bit different. They're all colorful and super fun. So it's a nice luggage tag. I gave these to my dad for Christmas last year. My dad got Noonday. He's not like a statement earring kind of person, but he loves his luggage tags. So they're $20 each. I also did these last year as teacher gifts, and I put a little gift card into it for Starbucks.
So nice.
Just a nice like one and done gift. And everything also comes with a tag on it that makes it really great for gifting. So it has a little bit about Noonday and a little bit about the country it came from. So like a little blurb about the artisans there. So that's a way you could give that to someone and say, like, this is creating jobs in vulnerable communities in Guatemala. Mm-hmm. So
you all could get this llama tray and put your Noonday jewelry in it.
Totally. Totally. So those are a couple of fun gifts. And
talk about this. This is beautiful.
The necklace.
Oh my God, yes. Y'all look at
this. A showstopper.
Ooh. Ashley Victorian. Yes, honey. Yes. She's a model.
Wow. So, yes. So this piece is like my main example of trying something that I thought would not work on me, and I was like intimidated by, because I had never worn anything that bold. But I got it as a sample because it's a really good seller, and I thought
beautiful.
My customer should see this, but I'm gonna look like a clown. I can't pull that off. But I wore it just to wear errands, to like do errands one day, because I want to wear everything at least once and try it out. And by the end of the day, I was like, I love this necklace and I can pull this off.
Yes.
And my earrings have gotten bigger since joining Noonday. It's
you
like
wore these
really
once
cool.
when I saw you.
Oh yes,
and they were beautiful. I was like, I like your earrings.
I adore those earrings. Yes. The earrings are $36. The necklace, I believe, is $72. That's the folktail necklace from India.
Put this necklace on for us.
Sure thing.
So we can see that on.
Straighten it out here.
That necklace is from where?
India.
Y'all, look how cute that is.
Hand carved from wood.
And you can, yes, it is.
You have to look really close to see the seams. At first, I thought it was from one piece, but that would probably take
this is beautiful.
800 hours.
Yeah.
Yes. And I get compliments every time I wear this. So if you love a statement piece, or even if you're like, whoa, I don't know, sometimes just like putting it on, get it in the mail, put it on, and you'll be like, I can pull this off. Because that was my story, and it's like unlocked a whole new side of my style that I never knew I had, which has been really fun.
Julie's alter ego.
I know.
Jewelry alter ego. Never
knew. And I love the dainty stuff too. So it's all fun.
Yeah.
We also have some holiday pieces. So like these are 2 sets of ornaments. So these are from India, and they're a patina brass. So they took brass and did like a patina treatment to it. So it's sort of a like light turquoise color. That set, I think, is $48 for the 4. It's 3 stars and a moon.
So cute.
And then we also have this set. It's my favorite, from Haiti. And these are made of recycled oil drums. So like I said, a lot of recycled materials. And these are like hammered by hand, cut and hammered by hand, and then backed with this bright red leather from Haiti. And those ones are $56 for the set of 4. And they're all a little bit different, but that way you could either have the set, or you could like separate them to be gifts for people at $14 each. Mm-hmm. I've seen a picture of this like draped across a bottle of wine as a really cute gift.
Yeah.
So that could be super fun. And once I'm done with my trunk shows, I'll finally get them off this and put them on my real tree.
Julie, talk about the pricing. That was one of the things, the questions that I had you all when I first sat down with Julie, was in regards to the pricing and how, does this money go back to the women that created it, who prices these things? How much goes back to them? Is this, just taking, or not taking, but partnering with people to like does Noonday get a higher percentage? Those kind of questions, like those are real questions that people want to know, because if Noonday is partnered with people around the world, how much of this do they get paid for their services? Can you talk about the pricing?
I can talk about that, and it's not a short answer because it's not a uniform answer.
It's good.
But I'll answer an even better question. So,
okay. Yeah.
So like what the question is getting at, I think, is more about like who holds the power in this relationship. So Noonday, if we partnered with like just one group and carried one thing, maybe I could tell you what the markup is. But every partner group has their own overhead that's going to vary from country to country. Even two pieces from the same group might vary in how much of it is wages, because maybe one piece has expensive materials but didn't take a lot of time to make, whereas another piece is like very labor intensive with cheap materials. And so it's going to vary, but the main thing that I ask as a consumer is who holds the power in this relationship. So first off, it's not like a give back model. It's not like when you purchase something in a fundraiser and then a percent goes to a cause. The artisans were paid up front. So they're not waiting on Noonday to see like if and when it sells and then they're paid. They're paid up front for their product. And in fact, they're paid 50% when Noonday places the order, and then the other 50% when the order is fulfilled, which is pretty unusual in like the retail world. Usually they'll be paid like after it's fulfilled, and sometimes not at all. And so making sure that they have that cash flow is key. And the price starts with the artisans. So they set their prices. Noonday does not say, oh, we can sell this for $72 and we'll give you this percent. The artisans are the ones that say, here's what we need to be paid for this. And that is according to a very well-regulated process by the Fair Trade Federation. So the Fair Trade Federation is a certifying board that like audits Noonday and goes to the partners to like make sure that, okay, are the artisans really in control of their wages? Are they really earning like not just enough to scrape by, but enough to really improve their lives? And that process might look different at each business because each business is run differently, but at the core, it has to be about artisan empowerment, and they're the ones determining their price. And so Noonday's overhead on that, like I said, is going to vary from piece to piece. But the main thing is to know that it starts with the artisans having a great wage. Another thing to keep in mind is even out of like Noonday's profit, a lot of that goes back toward programs. Like I was mentioning, building the library in Kampala. Like that was Noonday helping to fund that project. And so there's not going to be like a distinct, well, this helps artisans and this doesn't, because all of it is going toward it. Like even the overhead that goes toward building Noonday's website, like that is to get the product to market so that it can sell, so that people can have jobs. All of it is going toward that. And it all begins as the discussion of what do the artisans need. That's at the core of what we do. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I think that was a great question and a great answer as well. The main points, guys, is that for the most part, the artisans are picking their price points, and it's regulated.
100%.
And 100%, they're picking their price points. So if artisan says, and Daphne, if you're watching this, you can appreciate that she's an artist. Well, she does portraits. But art is it can be priceless. These are women's designs. These are their creativity. This is, when you come to artists, and even if you were to go to a symphony or listen to a song play, it's really, you can't put a price on art. And especially the seamless part of all of this is that the stories behind the pieces, it's not just someone trying to get rich off of whatever. It's empowerment, it's 100% empowerment. So instead of going by that Louis bag, this holiday season, let's, buy 10 items, that are at the higher price points from 78 to 120, 30, even if you want a bag, get one of these bags.
Yeah,
this
we'll talk about the bags.
So cute. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hit on that.
Well, and I will mention too that the artisan partners, their relationship with Noonday is very close.
Mhm.
And so there's a lot of transparency on both sides. Like, even if I don't know what the overhead is, like from where I'm standing, Jalia knows what the overhead is because she sees our catalog. She knows like what Noonday is charging. And for her, like, she's made the decision the best way for her to grow her business, and she is seeing that fruit, is to partner with Noonday, who has this infrastructure in the US. Noonday has 2,000 ambassadors like me ready to get product in women's living rooms and on their computer screen. And so Jalia has made the choice to partner with Noonday. And so I feel like I, as a consumer, when I can see that it is from a place of empowerment, then that's what I trust in more so than a number. Because also, if I had a number, that wouldn't tell me very much. Like, I don't know what it costs to raise a family in rural Peru versus inner city New Delhi. I have no idea. And Noonday doesn't presume to know, but the artisans know. So that's more important to me than like a number where I think, okay, well, how many hours did it take to make? What did they have to pay to send their kids to school? I don't know. So that's probably what you're going to find in like the fair trade world. You know, it's not like with a fundraiser where X% is going to this cause. In the fair trade world, it's just a very different model. And unless a fair trade company, like I said, has like one partner group where it's a simpler thing, then maybe they could say the percentage. But what it's really about is starting with the purchase or with the wages and going from there.
Absolutely.
So that's a long answer, I know, but you guys are interested. So.
No, we are. We totally are. I mean, I think this is a great, video because it's given a lot of information, in our partnership with Noonday in regards to, selecting pieces. I plan on doing this every year with Noonday, selecting
Love it.
Something for us for the year and saying, this is ours. This is going to be ours for this upcoming year. And the Noonday fundraiser for the beauty team. So we have the beauty team, which is our version of outreach and missions. So we specifically, the Holy Spirit told me to be very specific on who we do our outreach for. And it's girls and women, so ages 14 on up, who are in transitions and focusing on those women. Maybe they're homeless or maybe they're, whatever their situation is, they may not be homeless, whatever that looks like, that is our target market of who we are going after, girls 14 on up. And so for me, with the beauty team, like everything that we get, and so the Build a Beauty Summit and the retreat, that's all a part of our outreach and our missions. So our partnership in regards to each year partnering with Noonday, picking a storyline that really resembles, because these pieces, you guys, if you know the Brunch and Bible brand, it's very simple. It's very, very simple. Pretty elegant, but it's very simple. These pieces resemble who we are. And then even the storyline behind these pieces fits so great with who Brunch and Bible is. So it's like, for us,